Something that we have to talk about is the absolute alien of a running back that plays for the Tennessee Titans. He's the league leader in rushing yards and Nick Chubb is in second place. However, Nick Chubb is closer in yards to the 27th player on this list than he is to Derrick Henry in first. Absolute dominance. I typically like to talk about people that are finding success and we can take a deep dive into why. And for Derrick Henry, it seems really obvious as why he has so much success, because he's bigger, faster, and stronger than everyone else on the field. He's faster than the smallest DB. He's stronger than most middle linebackers in the league, but there is much more to it than that, and that's why I want to take a deep dive in today, and more specifically how he's dominated the second halves of games and has made the Titans such a great team. Now, what makes him such an anomaly is how big he is, and to bring another example, we have to talk about the sport of boxing. Boxers will try and have as much muscle and power as possible, but not weigh very much, because the main complaint with Deontay Wilder in his fight against Tyson Fury, because he gained an extra 20 pounds. And in a fight that is predicted to go to the distance, big muscles take a lot of oxygen and can tire you out much faster. That's why people were concerned, because they thought the fight Wilder would have to have more energy in rounds 8 through 12. But Derrick Henry only seems to get better and faster as the games go on, and there's no mistake that the Titans are a second half team. This is a very strategic reason for this. So this year, King Henry in the first half of games, he has 70 attempts for 290 yards, 4.14 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, 10 first downs, and 3 rushes over 10 yards. While in the second half, he has 84 attempts, 461 yards, 5.49 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns, 26 first downs, and 14 rushes over 10 yards. And if we just accounted for his rushes in the second half alone, he would be 6th on the list for most rushing yards this season. Now, why is this? Well, to understand this, we need to watch how he runs and watch some film. Let's watch some plays from his last game against the Bills. On this first play, he gets a breakaway run and is one-on-one with Micah Hyde. He bursts through the middle and the Titans are down by 6 points. Micah is just standing there. You see the decision to drop his center of gravity, lower his shoulder, and boom! There was no effort to get past him, go around him, put a juke, or really do anything besides inflicting the most amount of pain possible. Flash forward to the fourth quarter, and this game is coming down to the wire. He gets another run where he makes it to the second level, and Henry hasn't lost any steam. Once again, it's him and Micah Hyde one-on-one before the goal line. Now, I am not saying that Micah is soft at all. He's a hard-nosed guy, but subconsciously, his body doesn't stand directly in front of him. He tries to make the tackle from the side, and at that point, you should just put your arms up in the air, because you're not going to bring this guy down with an arm tackle. That is exactly why we're seeing numbers like these. Linebackers, D-linemen, safeties, nobody is safe. In the closing moments of games, you are mentally and physically exhausted. You've taken a beating, your body is ready for an ice bath and some painkillers, and now you have to face this 250-pound beast of a running back with a league season best record, 21.8 miles per hour, is running right at you. I see more people going for arm tackles, trying to dive at his feet and not bracing him head on late into games, and now he's just going to run by you, and you put yourself in prime position to be stiff-armed with lethal force. Here's another play against the Jets in his 157-yard performance. Another calculated decision on Derrick Henry where he could go for extra yards, go up the sideline, possibly stiff arm, go out of bounds, make a back juke and reevaluate the situation. No, he's going to lower his head and inflict pain, and this is going to be remembered. Now we're in the fourth quarter, and it doesn't look like anyone is squaring him up. All of these glancing blows once again. And it's not like he's just a non-factor in the first half of games. There are so many times where he uses his side and surprising low center of gravity through the hole to fall and stumble for extra yards. Here's a few examples of him picking up extra yards just out of sheer power. I mean, he has 587 yards after contact, which is more than any other player this season. He's going to carry the ball 20 to 40 times, and just like a battering ram slamming into the door over and over and over, continually putting the team in second and third in manageable situations. He averages 5.58 yards per carry when it's 1st and 10. That means they average them when they're starting to drive out with a run, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, advantage Titans, and then the door breaks open and he's gone for 50. And correct me if I'm wrong on this, because I didn't get to watch him play live, but Bo Jackson is the last person I can think of that was just so much visibly faster and stronger than everyone else on the field. Correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't get to see him play live, but just watching his highlights and things like that, it was a very reminiscent of Derrick Henry, where he's just slamming bodies into people, and then he's going to outrun every single DB on the field. Another reasons why the Titans have been so successful in the second half is also another King Henry related reason. If he's dominating in the first half, the defense has to load the box, and you can let Ryan Tannehill, AJ Brown, and Julio Jones do their thing. But when it comes late in games and it seems like an obvious passing situation, The Titans trust Derrick Henry enough to run the ball when the box gets light and there's extra DBs on the field, and this is where we see consistent 8 to 12 yard carries every single time. One of the most important things in football is getting the lead, keeping it, controlling the clock, and winning the game. So not only can they make legendary comebacks with his legs, but no other team in the NFL, maybe besides the Ravens, can control the lead better and milk the clock to triple zeros. This season's when the Titans are leading games by 9 to 16 points, he's averaging 5.79 yards per carry. This is an obvious running situation. The team is going to try and preserve the lead. They can consistently force their way down the field, and this can be so defeating for the opposing team. His nickname is King Henry, and it's so fitting. The last thing I want to mention is something I touched on this whole video: his ability to be in the 10th and 12th round of a boxing match and still throwing haymakers. Obviously, he was blessed with some ungodly genetics, but that doesn't happen with insane amounts of cardio, training, and taking care of your body. Tom Brady is 70 years old and he's kept his body in tip-top shape, but the amount of carries he gets and how physically he runs, he's almost had no injuries in recent years, and he's always been able to be there for his team going late into the playoffs. And with this is a testament to all the hard work, and I can only predict with this that he's only going to continue to dominate physically, and I don't see him stopping anytime soon. But let me know what you guys think. I really was happy to see that the eye test matched what I saw in the stat sheet. When I was looking at Titans games, I'm like, man, Derrick Henry only continues to pick up steam and steam and steam, and it just looks like they were relying on him in the second half when the defense is getting tired. Derrick Henry doesn't look tired at all, and he might be 25 carries deep at that point already, which is just insane to me. He's on one of the most dominant stretches we've seen in a while. He's on pace to well over break 2,000 yards again this season. So he's one of my favorite players to watch. I usually don't touch on the top players, but because it seems so obvious why he's doing so good, but it's really not. It's really more of a testament to the Titans' game plan, how hard Derrick Henry works and how he runs and what kind of style he runs to set himself up for those second half, either controlling the lead or coming back into the games. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like this video if you like videos like these. Make sure to comment down below what you think about Derrick Henry, and is he by far the best running back in the league, or do you think it could be someone like Christian McCaffrey when healthy? Let's get some debates going. I love it in there. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoy daily sports content. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for checking out the channel, and as always, I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.